Okay, so as we're talking about adding clips to the timeline, I want to show you the difference between an insert edit and an overwrite edit. Okay, first off, let me just go ahead and drag down Rob Dialog. I'm going to double click it first, and I can see that there's no in and out selected, so when I drag this down, I should be able to get all of the footage. You'll notice though it's kind of giving me a hard time as I'm putting it in. The video doesn't want to go to V1, and that's partly because I had left the targeting set for V2. So let me switch that, and I'm just going to go ahead and delete the footage, bring it back in again, and sure enough, there it is. It all lines up. Now, I just basically inserted the clip. That's all I did. Now, I want to show you the difference between inserting and overwriting. Okay, so when I have another clip like Bloomies, as I showed you, I can choose just a second of that clip by hitting an I for in, and then I'm going to go up over here and type in 100. That's for 1 second, and notice when I hit enter, it automatically put an out point. Okay. Now, if I just drag this clip down, okay, you'll notice that there are these little arrows, okay, that show up. Right. The arrows are important because when the arrow is pointing to the right, okay, I get what's called an insert edit. And watch what happens to the clip when I let go. Boom. It actually chopped the clip where I was going to let it go, and it pushed everything else down. Okay. Let me undo that again. And you can see now when I do an overwrite edit, I have the arrow actually pointing down. It actually goes over the top of the individual clips. Okay? So insert pushes everything down, overwrite goes over the top. Now watch this. Okay, I'm going to undo that. Now I want to use my insert and overwrite by using these features over here, because these are nice to use sometimes. You'll notice that there's a yellow button for insert and a red button for overwrite. Notice also that as I push these, okay, these little buttons start hiding, zooming, turning colors as well. The insert and overwrite right here. Okay. So let me go back out, shrink this back down, and notice if I just click the button, it'll do an insert. But notice when I did the insert, it put it down on V1, and it actually just pushed that clip down. Generally, when I'm adding B-roll to a clip, I don't want to chop up my A-roll like this with lots of gaps in the audio, because if I was to play this, it would sound like this.
You see a couple.
I don't want that pause there, so I'm going to undo, okay? And now, instead of just clicking the insert button again, okay, what if I do the override button, okay? Oh, okay, that works better. I still have the audio, but notice what it did to my video of Rob, okay? It basically chopped Rob up. So if I wanted to slide this around now, I'd have problems doing that, and I'd end up with a gap there. So let me undo this again. This is where that targeting button comes in handy. Remember these little guys, the puzzle pieces? Watch now when I target V2 and I do an overwrite edit, or I drag over like this, right? Notice how the clip now shows up on top of Rob's dialogue. It's on its own track, okay? It doesn't interrupt the audio, and then if I want to adjust it by sliding it around, fine, no problem. It doesn't affect Rob's dialogue. Anywhere I move it, I can go ahead and do that without any problems. So there's, ladies and gents, are the differences between insert and overwrite, and as well as how you can use targeting when you're doing so. Go ahead and try it out.